Oh, look, it's already live. Hello. I don't know if anyone's here, but what's going on? I figured I didn't see anyone ready, and I've got to get videos at least bullet pointed out so that I can sit down and crazily record stuff before I get back to work. So, figure what better way than just hanging out with people and working while I do all that lovely YouTube junk. What's going on, people? Everyone's having a good 9 a.m. on a Friday, Saturday. What day is it? It's Wednesday? I don't even know what day. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I had to look at the calendar. My sleep has been so crazy that I have either been not sleeping, been sleeping it during the day instead of at night. So I think yesterday I went to bed at noon and woke up at 9 p.m. So we're gonna try and make it. I'm gonna say at least 8 or 9 tonight. That way we can reset the old sleep schedule and keep it up, because once work starts up again, it's going to be brutal if I can't readjust to a normal-ish schedule again. Hey, Craig and Shane, what's going on? Plus, I figured I should probably stream before Friday because we've got the giveaways running, and in case people haven't seen them yet, because there's a couple like things that one thing only has a couple people, so I figured I'd go live and just remind people's of said giveaways. Hey, Nano Aquarium guy, I was good. Hey, Monster Fish Gal, hello, hello. Now, if Nightbot is going to cooperate, this should populate what I need it to populate, or I typed the command in wrong and they're just not here. It's possible I completely typed the command in wrong, especially since it hasn't responded yet. Oopsie. Nightbot, what did I set that command at? What the heck? Nightbot, here I come, because I forgot. Oh, thank you, Nightbot. You pulled it up right about there. I'm going to just pin that. There we go. That's what I was looking to do in the first place. Boom. That way, if people come in and they're unaware of what's going on, they can now see what is going on while I work on some stuff and things. But I've got chat pulled up, so I can still see chat while people are chatting away. Come on, move over. You need to go there. Perfect. So I'm resizing windows so I can see chat and at the same time have a dock pulled up so I can work on stuff. But for some reason, it doesn't want to go to the edges of my screen. There we go. Oh, I can see you peeling over. Anyway, how's everybody's Wednesday going? Ugh. Oh, I need to go back to work. I'm slowly running out of money. Beginning of September is going to be very, very tight. But at least I know I saved properly for the summer. Oh goodness, you're still having a rat problem? Also, that fish to the left is fine. He just likes to hide there. Don't worry about him. He's perfectly fine. He's not dead or anything. He just chooses to hang out on the left side behind that filter. I think, and I'm gonna might get another cave to throw in there for him. Or I do have one more of those tree logs. I might stick it there because my plan is to move that filter either into the 40 breeder or put it in the soon-to-be puffer, possibly sorority tank. So he's definitely going to lose his little spot there. Hey, Cooley, what's good? Oh, gods, no, I don't do summer school. No. I get asked if I'm going to do it, and I always say no, just because in the years past, why is this so tight? For whatever reason, in the years past, they like ran sessions from the Monday after we ended through to the week before school started again. So you had no summer off and you had to commit to the whole thing. This year we started the Monday after. Then they gave him like July 4th week off and only went to like the last week of July. But I need more than a couple week break. And I get told every year that it's more lax and not as crazy and the kids are better and they don't have to be there, so they don't all show up all the time. But I don't know, I need the mental break. And the way we do it, for whatever reason, you don't get paid through the summer. They throw summer school in your first paycheck for the year. So when we go back in September or August, they roll it into your check. So it's extremely bizarre. So even if I did summer school, I wouldn't get paid the whole time. So to me, it's pointless to do it. Plus the whole tax bracket things, and I'm perfectly happy staying in my low tax bracket so that I can, not have to pay everything and get most everything back. But it's going to be a day of lots of caffeine. All right, now where are my notes on this thing? Here we go. Also, it's Wednesday, so there'll be another Wordle getting posted. Here we go. I feel like I need to watch some reviews on things because I don't personally think I do product reviews very well. I feel like it just turns into me rambling most of the time. So I can't do monsters. I can't. You're welcome. You can drink more monsters for me, Shane. I can't do them. They send me the Hoth Bowl. Need to unpack. Oh, unpacking. Depends on what you're unpacking from. Personally, I haven't unpacked from the Keystone Clash last year, and it's coming up again in a month. I did that. I still have a freaking backpack with my N64 and DVDs packed away from a trip in like 2017 from when I went down to Atlanta, and I never unpacked it because I always use the same backpack to bring my N64 when I go places. So to me, it didn't make sense to unpack it all the time. I just leave it in this one bag. Oh, Vegas to Illinois. That's a decent weather change for you. But yeah, I feel like I need to watch more reviews on products because I personally think I'm horrible at them. Like fish food reviews, I can do. Chemical reviews, but when it comes to like reviewing a light or a filter, I don't know what the freaking like how to do it or structure it. So I feel like I need to go watch a few and like see if there's a pattern to how people like structure them. Like if it's just okay, I'm just gonna ramble, or if like there's a pattern. It's like okay, they are all talking about this feature, and then they transition to this feature and go to this. Or like maybe I just don't do reviews on stuff anymore, which is gonna suck because I ain't gonna lie, I don't not mind getting the free stuff. And really, I can only think of one negative. Oh, hang on, I sneeze. I'll be right back. I'm back. As I was saying, I think out of all the stuff that they've sent me, there's only been one product I haven't liked that I think is a piece of garbage. And it's just a stupid air pump. But I think I would like it if the feet were designed differently. I don't even think they sell it anymore because they probably got so many complaints on it and they replaced it with something else. But I don't know why when they designed it, they put like cone-shaped feet on it, but they put them upside down, so the pointy end of the cone is where it goes on the surface you put it on. So it just dances around. And it's the most annoying thing ever. I literally have to have it suspended by the airline to be perfect enough off the wall and the stand to where I don't hear it rattling around. Why I haven't replaced it with one of the 6 million Tetra Whiskers I have lying around is beyond me. But I don't know. I could replace it with one of their battery pumps too, which work great. So I'm running my 2 White Cloud tanks off of that. Though for whatever reason, I can't get the albinos to breed. So I'm wondering if maybe I'll split the Vietnamese colony in half and just keep the other White Clouds for like the Clashscape or something. Yeah, since people like were asking about the light, like the actual length of the light, I'm thinking I need to incorporate that into it. Actually, let me write that down before I forget. Oops. Because like I know they say it's for 30 to 36 inches, but they don't actually tell you what the size of the actual light is. So I've got it pictured in my head. It's just assembling all the pieces so it fits what I see in my head is the problem. Hey, Jenny Lynn, hope you're doing well. Are you guys going to class this year? I don't think I've seen you to ask you that yet. And Jenny, you don't forget you and Bruiser got to enter the Hikarium giveaway up there. Actually, I'm gonna specifically pull the Hikari link so that it's front and center, and I'm gonna pin that one instead. Yep, replacing that pin. Hey, Scotty. All right, show the Aquatic products because I know Skipper said it's 30 inches, but I never even measured it yet. Because I know I measured what the length of my tanks were and based it off of that. But I'm wondering if it's a little bit under 30 inches. Then I don't know. I honestly don't know. I need to take a tape measure to it and actually measure it. Or like find some other thing like a box of cereal or I don't know, a soda can or something just to compare it with. Oh, well, all right. Yeah, you got a valid reason. I really wish like all the PA people and like the New Yorkers and the Jersey and all the people like in this general vicinity. Granted, we're all several hours away, but there's got to be some central location we could all like do a picnic or something at. Like either an end of summer picnic or something in like early summer. Again, I swear to God, that fish isn't dead. I keep looking at the camera feed and he looks dead to me. But he's alive. I swear. If I feed them, he'll be alive. I think. Do I feed them? I have a camera in my way. I don't know if he likes hanging out there because he needs to hide or he likes hanging out there because he can play with the filter. Right, now I want to show that, but I want to figure out like what I want to talk about with it. No, that's the 40-gallon breeder for the Mbunas. When did I do that? Last year? 18 months ago? I don't know. I switched that one out for that one used to be the 30, and I switched it out for the 40. And then it's got Scuba Steve's fish in it. It's got the fish from Live Fish Direct, and it's got the fish from Dave's Rare Fish in there. I think I've lost a couple. And I had an Anubias in there, but when I was away and they weren't getting fed whenever I walked by the tank, the little jerks ate it on me. But I should probably feed them. Hang on, let me see what I can feed them. We'll go with some Bug Bite Spirulina. Like, and if we did it at a campground, like we could all like camp out and like do it for do like a weekend, like a Saturday, Sunday thing, and get like a campground and like all have our like plots within like around each other so we could all hang out. Like that would be a fun time if we just did it for a day. Like we did it like for a Saturday, spent the night, then everyone home Sunday. Because there's so many of us. I want to say we're all within 7 to 9 hours of each other, depending on where you are. But there has to be some central point, and I'm guessing it's in Pennsylvania somewhere. Just because of how long that flipping state is. And we could make it work. Okay, they saw me grab the freaking food. This is ridiculous. Hopefully I don't fall or bust the camera. I'm going to move it over a little bit here. So goodbye. Hey, fishies. Water. I'll probably clean my containers. I just filled them with my tap water. Because my tap water is mostly chlorine, so that's how I clean them. I just let them soak. Hello, fishes. Over. Yep, these guys are the worst. Like these cichlids are the worst. See, he's fine. He got up to eat. Like they'll look at me to feed them like 3 times a day. It's ridiculous. Also, I bought what the hell was that? I bought this little cart off Amazon to put my fish foods on, and it fits perfectly between my desk and a stand. It's only like 6 inches wide. I keep meaning to film like a short on it just to show people. It's like 20 something bucks. It's cheap plastic, but it's perfect for putting all my fish food on so that I can regain some storage in these stands. Because when I keep buying all these stands, I lose all my storage space. Okay. I have written one thing down for this video. This is going great. And I think I'm guilty of way overfeeding this tank. I know I'm guilty of it because I put the food in and I feel like they don't eat it all. But then it goes down in the substrate and they eat it off of that. So they're just little pigs. Out of all the tanks I have, they're the worst. Also, one of my wild betas showed up the other day. I honestly thought they were all dead and just disappeared. But I'm sitting here and I look over and I see one of my red wine betas peeking its head out of the moss. It's my 20-gallon that's just overrun with Java moss. So he must just be living in there because he came out for the first time in a while. Okay. We're going to be productive and write some more stuff down. Hey, Nathan, what's going on? What did I want to do? I'm going to go over here. Now, I don't know what these actually sound like. No. Yeah, no, I was going to say I'll put the music on, but I don't know if I like any of them. Yeah, nope, I don't like any of these. Never mind. We're not putting any of those on. No. What is the light blue one? I don't believe it's a Pandenia. I'm gonna just Google, make sure I'm not. No, I had one of those. That's a Socolify, right? I had one. It didn't make it. And the name has escaped me on what it actually is. Is it a zebra? I think that's one I got off of Dave's. But it might be one of the zebra, the Harbor Zebra Reef ones. It might be one of those. But I'd have to look. Does he save orders on his webpage? Can't remember. I might. No, he does not. I'd have to look it up. Dang, now Hawaii's got wildfires too. School starts back up on the 24th, which means our first staff meeting is the 21st. So it's rapidly approaching. All right. Dave's rare fish. Do. What? No. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, this is what it is. It is this. Let me actually get the name for you. So this is the fish there, Nathan. And then that white one is a white lab. I didn't realize how many different. I just thought there were yellow labs. I didn't realize how many there were. I think I wanted an orange lab, but they didn't have any at the time. Ooh, that's cool. I mean, if that's the fish I think you pointed out, there's the name for you. Trying to think what, if any, I have from this list. That's you know what it was that didn't survive? The pilot Lions Cove didn't make it. He's the only one that came in off, unfortunately. There was no, I don't. Was it that one? Nope, it wasn't that one. It was the Labrachromis. Not Labrachromis. The one that's got like an actual schnoz to it. Latrophius. Yep, I can't say that name, but yeah, it's like orangish and had like a nose. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I haven't ever tried to breed the African cichlids before. Scuba Steve did, and that's where some of the fish in this tank came from. That on the right hand side, that one that's kind of marbly is one of Scuba's. The rusty that's still in this tank is a Scuba Steve fish. I think the yellow lab on the left side is a Scuba Steve-O too. That's one of my original Manganos. That might be the only original fish I have. No. The yellow lab and the Mangano, I think, are the only two originals I have left. One of the fish has claimed the Imperial Walker. As you can see, he's fighting over it now. Stop fighting! Yeah, you get in there, Mangano. Break him up. Yeah, I noticed him in it the other day, and I'm like, well, how did you fit in there? I think there must be more space in there than I thought. It's the first time I've seen them get feisty. Hey, Skitty. I didn't even know these were a thing until, of course, I started watching John Elise's channel. I've always been small nanofish. And then I was watching one of their unboxings from Live Fish Direct, and I was like, oh, those fish look really cool. So I remember I messaged John and Lisa. I messaged Live Fish Direct. And I think I messaged Live Fish Direct first, actually. And I said, hey, can I do these in a 30-gallon aquarium? And how many? And he said, yes, it's possible. And he gave me like a number. I think he said 12 to 15 fish. And I was like, okay. And then I went back and I talked to John and Lisa. And of course, they told me not to do it. So I did do it. But I think they advised me to go on the lower end of that number. And I want to say at the time I ordered like I ordered 4 yellow labs, 4 manganos, I think 3 rusties is what I ordered. And I had those in a 30 and they were doing fine. And then all of a sudden, like the manganos just like got super aggressive and started bullying everybody. So I ended up pulling them and putting them in their own tub just to get them out. Like I put all the aggressive guys in their own tub, and then they were fine because I moved them. See, now he goes back to hiding in the corner. I don't get this fish. No, I'm not feeding you guys anymore. Yeah, I think the rusties are the most underrated of the Mbuna options we have. I'm thinking like, I don't know. I think mainly because a lot of times when you look them up, or a lot of the pictures we see, they're just brown and not pleasant looking. But then if you look at them when they're fully colored up, they get a nice purple like hue to them. Like you can see it on him. He's got that nice purple running through his whole like lateral line. So they're honestly probably my favorite African cichlid. Not that I've had too many to go off of, but I think they're my favorite. I would love to just, if I could, I would just the whole thing. I would breed the crap out of them, just do a whole tank of them. But at present, I don't have the space. See, I think that's a good number, 20 and a 4. I remember if you look back on John and Lisa's channel, there's a video that John did talking about African cichlids and how many to put in, and that more is better. And I remember he did this, he told people for the math, take whatever you have for the size tank, divide it in half, and that's your number for Mbunas. And I think he said whatever you're like, do a third for the other ones just because they get bigger. Which then when I think about it, doing a 30 and then telling me 12 to 15 makes sense. So I think I tried to do like 20 in this. But I know there's not 20 in there anymore. There's maybe 12 or 15. Hey, Ian, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Oh, see, I have on my list of tanks I want to do at some point is I want to do one tank for each Rift Lake. But at the same time, I also want to do one big one with all the mixed. Well, they seem to be doing a little dickish right now that they're on stream. I don't know why. Ooh. but I do love them. It's one of my favorite tanks to just look at. This and the 40 behind me, I think they're my 240s. But yeah, this one and the one behind me, my favorite ones to look at. The one behind me just gets a mixed mosh of everything. And of course, it's got the puffers in it. Love my red-eye puffers, which are still doing well. We're about a month in, I think. Not a month, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks now. They're still doing fine in the community tank. The only reason I'm keeping the camera on this one is because it's the only one I can turn the light on easily quick, and that the camera will reach and not be super zoomed out on. Since you can actually see the fishes. Oof. I think I learned that too from John and Lisa, that just because like you can mix them and it's fine. You just got to keep an eye out for one aggressive jerk. So, technically speaking, I shouldn't be able to keep these fish. The only reason I can keep these fish is because of the substrate. Because my pH comes out of the tap at 6.5. And once it sits for a day, it will drop down to 6, if not lower, because I don't have any test that lets me go lower than 6. So for all I know, I have a way lower pH than 6. So the whole bottom of that tank is a 55-pound bag of crushed coral, which buffers the pH up to 7.6, which I think is, if I remember correctly, I think that's what John said they either breed or keep the fish at Live Fish Direct. So it's like the perfect pH, apparently. But I also bought the Fritz Riff Lake's pH salt buffer thingy. So I sometimes, like when I'm doing a quick water change, if I do a water change, I'll throw like not even a full dose of that in just to like give the crushed coral a little extra help. My theory is if I use a little bit, it helps it not deplete as fast. I just thought that 6.0 would be such a swing down from what they're used to that I wanted to buffer it a little bit. That's the thing. I think, especially now, instead of looking so much at where fish come from in the wild and what the wild parameters are, we need to be looking at the parameters that they're bred in and that they're kept in by the freaking mass shipment people and what the parameters are at even the fish stores. Because if you have a fish that's the typical pH range in the wild, say, is 5.2 or something ridiculously low, like an Amazon fish, but somebody is breeding it here in like 7.8 pH, and then it goes to a fish store that's in the 7s, there's no reason that you can't put it in that higher pH water at your house versus trying to match the wild, because really it could have the wrong effect. If you're trying to match the wild and the fish is so far removed from the wild because it's been tank bred, tank raised, spent its whole life in a tank versus the wild, and you try to throw that fish back into a wild pH parameter, it could end up killing it. So like, unless you're getting wild caught fish, to me, I always just try to keep everything at 7 if I can, because that's like, to me, that's like the Goldilocks zone of pHs. It's right in the middle of everything. Yeah, I think the last time I tested my TDS, it was 33. But again, that's straight out of the tap. I don't know, haven't tested any of the tanks, so I don't know what the TDS in any of my tanks are. I just know what it comes out as tap. But it's been 3 years now? Yeah, I've been keeping African cichlids now for 3 years in my South American water, basically. And they're fine because I buffered the pH up. The only fish I've ever had issues with not liking my water are guppies. I would get guppies from people, like our Tennessee friends would send me guppies. Within a week, they were dead. I got guppies from HC out in Hawaii. Maybe 3 days, dead. So I think my low pH was not good for the guppies, but the guppies I got from Thailand, which were kept in a lower pH, did fine here. The only time I really, aside from these guys, aside from the African cichlids, the only time I really acclimated any fish and cared about pH was my shrimp. And then I realized to myself, I always say don't chase the pH because you could end up doing more harm than good. And the only tank that I still have shrimp in is the one that I didn't give two craps about and just let them do their thing and have exploded with babies. So, but shrimp are the hardest thing. I can't do, except for this one tank. The only shrimp I tend to be able to have good success with are Amano shrimp and bamboo shrimp. I feel like I get the full life cycle out of both of those fish. But my water is very much more conducive to like wild caught spray from the Amazon fish. And I was watching Project Piaba posted on their Instagram, I think it was last week, talking about like one of their collection zones and just how low the pH was and all like this other stuff. It was really cool to watch if you like if you're into that stuff. Was it this one?
I'd introduce you to our first site. This is a place called Aturia,
and
it's very darkly stained black water. As you can see, it's almost red, and the visibility is not very far in it. Just you can be standing knee deep and not see your feet. It's very dark black water. But if you're interested in where we are, we're pretty close to the equator. I have GPS coordinates for it. We'll do some interesting water sampling here.
You hear that fine?
pH pen here. This is not, I calibrated this at home and tested it in my own fish tanks. It seems pretty accurate. So I'm just going to grab a little sample here out of the river. Looking at conductivity first, because that's what I have this set up to read. You can see it's about 26.7 microsiemens. So really not a whole lot of conductivity, very low number. We've got a total dissolved solid of 9.9, 0.01 salinity parts per thousand, and the pH still going down. 4.33. That's in this dark red water at Victoria.
4.33.
So we're gonna take a look around and show you some of the fish that are here.
4.33 pH. And what'd you say, a 9 point something for TDS? But yeah, this is on their Instagram. It's like their second to last video they posted, talking about a biotope contest or something. But I was watching that and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like, I know we always talk about Amazon fish being like low pH and low this and that, but like hearing it and seeing like what the water actually looks like, which is why I put all the freaking like botanicals and stuff in the 40 behind me, because I remember Dr. Anthony was like talking about how people set up these Amazon tanks, but they make them look too clean. So I literally threw a bunch of stuff in that tank and I just let it go. I don't really worry about anything. And it's got wild caught fish from the Amazon in it, and they're doing good. I really wish, I don't know what it would take to get those Hemiotis gracilis things to breed, but I swear they're like my new favorite and have been since I got them. They're simple, but they're just gorgeous. And like when my lights are off in my room and any light hits that tank, they're just beautiful to see. Well, maybe I would seize it if you weren't so bitty and you streamed. Speaking of which, we got to get you on a stream sometime again. But yeah, if Ian, I don't know if you've been here for a while, but there's a link at the top of the chat for another Hikari giveaway. There's also a short on my channel for Boost Plant giveaway if you want some chance for a Boost Plant gift card. And then this coming Friday, or yeah, in 2 days, we've got a Wet Spot gift card, $100 they gave me. And then Wet Plants is also giving me a $100 gift card giveaway. Those you don't have to do anything special to enter. You just got to be here. The Hikari one, there's some stuff you got to click on. And the Boost Plants, just comment on the short. So if you haven't seen that stuff yet, there you go. And Hikari, or not, yeah, Hikari. And Nightbot has been posting the link. So if you want to go click over and look at that, go right ahead. All right, back to do my video. We got sidetracked again. God. All right, Ian. I was looking at my, like, for some whatever reason, YouTube sucks at like letting people know when something happens. So I didn't know. I knew Silver Creek won stuff on my channel a while ago, but it didn't tell me that he tagged me. So I just was going back and I was like, wow, he won a lot of stuff. I think he won, I already know, was it a package deal? I remember he won a couple things like in a row. It was kind of cool. Hey, Rainer, what's going on? Also, do you guys like the new profile picture and channel banner? The guy, I went on Fiverr because I was like, you know what? I like the one I had, but my buddy did it quick. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start taking this more seriously. Let me actually get somebody who does these regularly. And I sent him what I had, told him what I did, told him like just general things. And that was his first draft. I didn't have him change anything on it. And I was like, ooh, this is pretty good. The only thing I did is change the background from like a dark blue. Science Scout, Carrie, you're not supposed to be in live chats. You're supposed to be hanging out with Joey. How is Canada treating you? Is it as nice as everyone says? Hey, Catfish, what's going on? Oh, yeah. There's so many people in this here community, even in the last 3 years since I started streaming. When I first started streaming, you could still find spots to stream and not go over people's feet. Now it's become so saturated that just trying to keep up with everybody is you can't do it. That's why you don't see me in a lot of live streams, because I don't want to make certain people feel bad if I'm not there. But there's a couple of people, like I always try to be, like John and Lisa, which they don't live stream, they just do premieres now because of their internet. So I still try to be there and chat, but I'm not as crazy as being there as I always was. But like when people like Jimmy P go live, I don't get to see Jimmy that much because usually when he's streaming, I'm at work. So like if he's streaming, I like to be there. Or like I usually try to go to Skippers when I can. Sundays are bad though because it's my get schoolwork done before it's due at midnight day. And I usually miss Carrie and Jesse because 5 o'clock to 6 is usually dinner time. And I usually get the Skippers late because of it. And then I usually go to Susie's and lurk because I've got to work on the papers and whatever's due. So Sundays is usually the day I try to make the rounds, especially because they're one after the other. It's so much easier. And then Metalheads, I like to pop in and say hi and just kind of lurk. Hello, Silver Creek. I went back and finally got to see that you tagged me in a bunch of stuff because YouTube does not do a good job at notifying us when we're tagged. Vinoski, hello. Sorry I missed you. How are you going? I completely forgot. I remember you won the light, but I completely forgot you won one of those little tiny air pumps too. I don't know if you saw my comment, but you plugged into your 40-gallon sponge. In the pump's defense, the product page does say it's rated for 1 to 15-gallon aquarium. And that is a small pump. I know the Tetra Whispers, like the 20-gallon, can probably do your 40. Because I don't know how the Tetra's numbers are. But I'm kind of wishing I had one of those little pumps because that would be perfect on the 40 behind me. Even the 40 over here, because the Tetra doesn't fit on a little bookshelf I have it on. And it jiggles around so much that it almost falls off. So, Carrie, have you learned all the secrets of the YouTubes yet? Or is Joey going to hold out and not tell you right away? Also, Nightbot's reminding me there, that Amazon thingy. So there's an Amazon like creator thing now. So like we can have like quote unquote store pages where we can like make lists of things and whatnot. So there's like I got lists of like the Higer stuff I've tried and tested, like different fish foods I love and use all the time, like essentials for betas and stuff. So if you want to ever check those out, go right ahead. What Tetra would you put with Festivums and a 65 breeder? Think of adding a big group. Ooh, that's a good question. Hold up while I Google what in the heck a Festivum. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. What Tetras? Well, let me ask you this. How much do you want to spend? Do you want to spend a lot on said Tetras, or do you want to spend cheaper on said Tetras? Ooh, for today. Okay. Is Nova Scotia the weird part of Canada that's like a half an hour ahead of the East Coast, Carrie? Is it 10:30 there right now, or is it 10 o'clock? Because like I'm wondering, maybe a nice school of Congos wouldn't be a bad idea, but those would probably run you a decent amount. Okay, so they are an hour ahead. All right. There's like I could have sworn there's one part of Canada that borders Maine that's randomly 30 minutes ahead. Like you could do Congos, but I know those sometimes can be a little more expensive. What about Pristilla Tetras? Those are a relatively cheaper one. I have Oh, okay. They can't be Congos then. God, Ian. I have stickers. I don't know if I have any more. I might be out of them, but I have to order more because I just changed my logo. But I might still have some. I'd have to check. Black neons are good. I don't know if they have any more. Pristillas are cheap. They get a decent size. Now, I don't know what color your festivum's going to be, but they might clash with that color. You go black phantoms. Those get a nice size, too. I don't know if Wet Spot has the... Wait, if Wet Spot has these in stock, Ian, I know exactly what you need to get. Shoot, they're out of stock. Okay. I'm going to suggest you get, if they don't have them in stock, but I'm going to suggest these, even though they don't have them. I don't know if someone else might. But to me, they're a little pricey. It's just $13 a fish here. But this is what I think these would go good. They get bigger. To me, they're hardy. I have had no issues with them. They came from the wild. Probably my favorite fish I've ever gotten from them is this guy right here. So they like a nice school. It's says it's on their Tetra page. They're like a cousin of the Tetra. But I love these. I think they're simplistic but still gorgeous. So I don't know if they're going to order anytime soon. But if maybe you can ask them and when they might get some in. This would be my suggestion. If they're getting any. If they're not getting any, the Phantoms are always a good choice. The Black Neons are a good choice. Serpes are still one of my favorite Tetras of all time. I know some people say they're aggressive and don't like them, so if you're one of those, that's fine. But Pristillas are cheap. It's like a $2 or $3 fish. But yeah, if they're not going to be getting them in, I would ask them maybe and see what they says. I'm trying to think what other ones I got from them. The Buenos Aires Tetra is a nice different option too. That's got some nice color pattern to it. I'm going to guess that says MayheM. MayheM, thank you. See, I'm thinking the same thing too, Silver Creek, because a lot of people told me that them's guys are aggressive. And I'm like, I have never had an aggressive Serpe Tetra in, I'm just going to at this point say the 20 years I've been keeping fish, because I've been keeping them since I was 5. I just never had an issue. I've had Corridoras that were aggressive and ripped fins off of a Serpe one time. I don't know why. Red Eye Tetras are another good one, Ian. Those get bigger. Penguin Tetras, Pristillas. Oh, and Lemon Tetras are probably too close to the same color. I don't think I've kept a fish tank and not kept Serpe Tetras. Ever. Sweet Nathan, you found your sticker. Cool. But yeah, definitely ask Wet Spot and see if they're. It also depends on the size of your tank. And see if they're going to be getting any of those Hemiotis Chrysillus in. There's also Emperor Tetras. I don't hear enough people talk about the Emperor Tetra. I don't know. Cardinals are for me. If you did get the Tetras or the Cardinals, I would say go with the Colombian Tetras, the Colombian Cardinal Tetras that Wet Spot has, because they're a little bit bigger, and I found them to be slightly hardier. But yeah, there's so many kinds. But Serpes, Pristillas, Lemons are all good choices. The Hemia, yeah, the Neons still don't max out too big. I want to say 1.5 inches. So they might be small enough where your cichlid might eat them. You want a school of 30. School of 30. Okay, well, the Hemiotis wouldn't work then, just because I don't think you're going to be able to fit 30. Neons are definitely too small. So, Serpes would definitely give you a nice color class or color to it. And those aren't super expensive either. The Emperor Tetris would look nice too, and those aren't going to break the bank. I'm going to say Serpe Tetris. I'm going to lock in Serpe Tetris final answer. Just because I know the Wet Spot has a good source for Serpes, and I've not had any issues with them. That's my suggestion. Take it, leave it, do what you want with it. Hey, Jason, what's going on? Oh, sinkholes, never fun. Our neighbors in the old house, when they had their house redone, for whatever reason, the contractor decided instead of hauling the stuff away, he was going to throw it all in a hole in their backyard. So they ended up getting a sinkhole in their backyard. It was not fun. And like when you get a nice, I have a school of I think 8 or 10 of them, and just having 8 or 10, they've got like a nice personality to them compared to just having 5. So I think you'll like them, and I know Wet Spot has a great source for them because I didn't have any issues with them. So definitely a good choice. If they don't have Serpes, go with Bleeding Hearts. That would be my backup. See, I'm sketty. How many do you have? Because I feel like a lot of people say certain Tetras are aggressive, and I'm just wondering if it's because I've had the right number of them that I haven't had the issue. Like, I feel like my guppies are more aggressive than anything. Yeah, I still have guppies. They started breeding again in the 40 behind me. I hate it. But now they're puffer food. It's fry raw for puffer food now. So I'm just going to leave them in there. They can do their thing out there. What was I doing? All right, still looking at this. Okay. But yeah, Buenos Aires isn't a good choice, but I'm locking in at Serpes, and I think if you get them, you'll like them. Trying to think. See, and I think if it's black water, you're still going to get a nice color out of your surface. Like when the light hits them, I still think you'll get that nice color to them. Oh my God, we've made progress. We have 3 whole paragraphs written. It's going to take forever. But yeah, my plan is to get this one done and get a couple other ones done so I can film. I want to try and film 3 videos so that I can start editing them tomorrow and get them all set to go. I've already got thumbnails made for the one for Sunday. I've got to go back out and look at what I have for the next 2. So I might switch it up and change the orders of things because I had an idea for a video that I think if I do it now, it'll be a good one to do. Because it's a trending topic that's not only related to fish. It's people are talking about it and fish people are talking about it. Though I think fish people talked about it a while ago, but I'm putting my own spin on it. And, staying away from some of the dramas. We knew what you meant, Ian. You don't have to correct the word. I have not. The only underwater footage I've seen of tetras is from Project Piaba. And I think they might have had some on that video I was talking about. But yeah, if you, I would again say check out their Instagram because they do a lot of just talking about the local waters and stuff. And they're a good organization too. I'm still cool. I'm still happy I won my hand carved wooden cardinal tetra from Rack a while ago. I didn't think I won. I think he might have given it to me as a present. I'll show it off. Well, this bad boy was hand carved by the local peoples that go out and catcheth the neon tetras. Or the cardinal tetras, rather. Look at that beauty. Super light, too. I don't know what they carved it out of. Probably a local piece of wood. Copper, go back to sleep. I had to close the window. Wow. That's almost like that's almost like watching like the diving in the red flakes. I don't think I've looked at that flash drive. I don't even know where that flash drive is from the Triple Crown, because I paid extra for that. I'm bad. I don't watch many things. The only thing so on YouTube, I mainly watch a lot of Smosh stuff. Lately I've been watching nothing but educational YouTube videos, like how to do YouTube better. And then that's about it. I don't watch too much fish stuff anymore. Like, unless I'm specifically looking something up on a fish, I don't just sit down and watch videos. Smosh, Smosh. They've been around for a while. God, they've been since 2012, I think they've been around, or later, earlier than that. They're one of like the first viral YouTube peoples. But I mostly watch Smosh Games, which is like their board game channel. And then like they do like a Try Not to Laugh series. It's kind of good. So it's funny you say that, Silver Creek. So a lot of people have started using ChatGPT, and you can tell, because if you, I used it to like to see what it would say, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, this is so bad. Like, I think I just asked it like a generic, like, question on beta fish or something, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, this is so, like, it thought I wanted to like cook them or something. It was so weird. Like, it's really bad. But like, I've used it to help me like write like some descriptions and stuff, but I always go back and edit, which is the same thing like when you are paraphrasing, when you're writing papers and stuff. You can't just quote blindly. You've got to read it and then put it into your own words. So I think it's a useful thing to give yourself a baseline, but then you have to go back and edit it to fit you. Because if you just start having AIs create scripts and shit for you, and then you just read them blindly without reading them first and just sit down and film, people are going to know. Like, people are going to know that you're reading from something you didn't type. But like, I will say, I use vidIQ, which is the YouTube channels I've been watching for helping with the YouTube stuff, has their own chat AI. So, but theirs is specifically an AI designed around YouTube. And it has a feature that literally lets you just type in a video idea, and it will generate a script, a description, a title, and all the keywords. But again, if you don't go back and tailor it to you, it's not going to work for you. You know, that's what I'm like. You can use these tools, but you have to take it and make it your own. So like, we shouldn't just not use them, but you have to use them right. You too, Rainer. Have a good one. So yeah, Chat GPT is weird. So I will admit that I did use Snapchat AI. I got a ping for, and I used it to write like a post for school because it was like 11:30 and I didn't want to freaking actually do the work. So I just put the prompt into chat, the Nightbot chat, not Nightbot, into the Snapchat chat thingy, and it gave me like a prompt. It gave me a whatever, and I read it. I changed a couple words and I just posted it. And they didn't say anything. They didn't say, "Oh, this is, you can't use this, blah blah blah." And then I compared Snapchats to ChatGPTs. ChatGPTs gives you more information, but it wasn't as concise as the Snapchat one. It was just more fluffed. I feel like if you're too broad with what you're asking it, it's not good. If you're extremely specific and tell it what you're actually hoping for, it seemed to be much more accurate. So like anything when it comes to computers, the human aspect still plays a role. Sketty, no, the comments on the boosting are not closed. I think I gave people till 4:30 Friday for that. I extended the Akari one till 4:50, I think. Just because I want to talk about it more during this live on Friday. Because when I last checked, there weren't too many people entered. There were like 20 or 30 people. So I want to try and give people an opportunity for that one. Yeah, like they don't, you can't just use words you've never said before. It's not letting you comment, Skitty? Let me check. It should still be letting people. I didn't close anything. Here, Nathan just commented. All right, let me. It should still be letting you comment. Nathan and Craig commented on it. I don't have comments turned off. The comment button is clear. What? Hang on. I need to see this. That's weird. Are you on computer or are you on a phone? What Akari foods do I like? I feed the micro pellets. I feed the micro wafers. All of my bottom feeders love the carnivore pellet. I feed the algae wafers, all the frozen foods, all the freeze-dried foods. I've been feeding the krill, the freeze-dried krill to my puffers, and they've been loving it. But yeah, when it comes to pellets, mainly the micro pellets and micro wafers, I use the Ciclet XL for my Africans when I have it. I can fill it in, but it won't post. That's weird, Sketty. Is it an iPhone? iPhones seem to have weird things with with YouTube's. That is bizarre though, because it's letting other people comment. There's almost 100 comments on that short. It's the only thing I can think of. Are you on an Apple and it's just not letting you? Because I know apples are weird a lot of the time with YouTube. I don't know why. They just are. Yeah, Silver Creek just commented and I got it. So it's a Pixel. So it's Google Pixel. So is it the Google OS or is it that's a Google OS, right? Of course, Nathan talking about Kabamba. But I'll say this. It let me okay. It let you good. If it wasn't gonna let you, I was gonna say I'll comment. I'll take Silver Creeks as your entry for you. But as long as it lets you do it. Hasn't shown up on my end though. So if you can't get it to work and Silver Creeks gets pulled with your name tag to it, I'll just count that as you. And I love how they say, like, oh, the more comments, the better, you know, the more we'll push your whatchamahoozits. Well, if that was true, then this freaking stupid boost plant one should be thrown into the algorithm. It's got 100 comments on it, but it's only got 460 views. Like, I don't get the whole short algorithm to me makes no sense. I'm understanding the long-term format better than the short format. Like, literally, when I just take a video of a fish and put music to it, it does better than when I actually sit and record and try to put time into a short. I literally spent 6 hours on a short, and it did just the same as when I just sit here and put music with a fish. Leo, I have been live for an hour and 20 minutes. Also, did you not post footage of the wet spot, or did you just go to the co-op? Also, why did you post like that waterfall walk 6 times in a row on your Instagram? Like, I thought I was watching a loop. You just had the same thing posted over and over again. Come on now. One, why didn't you stream it? 2, did you let Ian know that you were at the wet spot? And 3, did you buy me my puffer? It's so stupid. Like, I tried. So, like, I did the whole stupid change whatever after every 2 seconds, and it doesn't seem to have affected my shorts at all. I don't not want to post shorts, but I don't think I'm going to put as much work into the shorts as I did long form content, because I still, just because I get, you know, a couple thousand views on each short, my analytics tell me that my viewers are still mostly watching long form over shorts. So I don't know if y'all have seen this, but I'll share this real quick. Share screen. Boom. So this is my I'll make it full so you don't have to shrink anything. So this is, if you go to your analytics and you click the content button and you go down to viewers across formats, it'll break it up for videos and shorts, because videos are considered long form, shorts are, you know, super short form. Videos only are still 69% of my views. Shorts are only accounting for 18%, and then 13% are watching both. Like, what? But then I look at this and I'm like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. My videos are still doing better. But putting out 32 shorts to the freaking 6 videos a month or 4 videos a month, but they still do better. Ruby, like Ruby Tetris? Listen, they've got him listed for sale on their website, Leo. You failed me. So the shorts is super easy. When you're on the shorts app, you literally just click. There's a freaking bug or something here. I'll pull it up and show you on my phone. So when you're on, let me move over here. Okay. All right. So when you're on the YouTube thingy, so when you're on the app, you open up YouTube, you click this little plus button, you just hit create short, and then you film something. La-di-da. There was a random time for me to call from Washington. Then when you have what you want, just press that. Oh, nope, wrong button. Sorry. See up top it says add sound? We just click add sound, and it literally gives you a list of a bunch of sounds. And you just pick the one you want. And YouTube doesn't charge you anything for it. That's how I do it. It's the easiest way, honestly. Oh, no, I did not know they had a Haka buffer named Ruby. Leo, I think you just didn't look hard enough. There's a moth, and it's annoying me. Like, even back to the whole short thing, like, people are saying, like, if you do this one thing, don't post shorts about other things. So, like, if you do fish videos, don't randomly be posting videos of your cat, because then the people that follow you for your cat aren't going to stay and watch your fish stuff, but they still haven't. They have admitted the algorithm is broken. So, you know how when you, like, if you watch a video from one channel, more of their stuff tends to show up on your homepage. Well, they have said that it's broken right now. So if you watch someone short, YouTube doesn't put 2 and 2 together and then show you their long form content. So if you watch like 20 shorts from John and Lisa, but you don't follow them, the algorithm doesn't know to put their long form stuff on your homepage. So they're allegedly working on it. Went to the church and said, like, oh, okay, that works. I'm glad you got to comment. I'm not going to comment, Leo. Jimmy. What's up, Jimmy P? I was in Jimmy P's stream last night. It was super fun. Leo, it literally does not say online only for the spotted Congos. What are you talking about? Also, the amount of puffers they have on their website, it's ridiculous. I really want the South Americans to come back in because I want the South American puffers. I would love a community tank of those guys. But then they have this Abai puffer, ABEI puffer that looks cool. Kind of want that too. It's a lot cheaper than the Congo puffer, I'll say that much. What, Leo? Huh? Maybe. Unless they may have them in a different spot. But yeah, it says it's not online only. Also, fun fact, there's more than one type of red-eye puffer. I have the Sumatra red-eye puffers, but then they also have the other red-eye puffer that's different. God, there's so many freshwater puffers. But I think Spotted Congo is the one I still want. They're just so expensive. I just cringe to spend $200 on a fish, have it come in, and die. I really want the Spotted Congo, but ugh, so much money. It didn't happen anytime soon. My folks were like, what do you want for Christmas? I kind of want to tell them I want a Congo puffer. See what they say. See, I don't think I'd be that surprised by the size of Murphy. Just because I don't know. I used to tune into like the Murphy cam a lot. And like I would see him compared to other things. So yeah, I know, Leo. I didn't have the money. I don't have the money though. God, Murphy's gotta be what, 4 or 5 years old? I honestly don't know. I know he's been around since I started watching them 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Yes, Leo, I know what you're talking about. And if they get them back in stock, I'll probably order one. Yeah, I would say Murphy's at least 5. Because I know he had one before Murphy, whose name I can't remember. Oh. All right, I was getting to work on this still. All right, now. Patty! What's going on, Patty? What is the oldest fish I have? I've got a pepper curry that I bought at PetSmart back in October of 2019. That is the oldest fish I have. And I don't know how old it was when I bought it. I have no clue how old it was when I got it. But that's the longest fish I've had. Yeah, the only other fish I've probably had just as long are two spot, no, hang on. The emerald iris boras I've had long too, because they're my dither fish. But yeah, probably that one peppercorey is the oldest fish I have. I'm down to 3 betas. Then it would probably be the algae eater, the 2-spot catfish, and then these African cichlids. I'm not out of the beta business. I just don't go to PetSmart to get my betas anymore. I get them exclusively from Lisa. And unless she texts me saying, hey, can you take some rescues? I don't actively reach out. Plus, I don't know. I kind of want to try some other things in my 5s. Like Scarlet Batis. I kind of want to see those. No, I have betas. I still have betas, guys. I have a wild beta that she gave, a female wild beta fish she gave me. I have the crown tail beta fish that I bought from them, or that she sent me because I said I wanted it, but it came with an order, so I technically paid for it still. I've got a king beta from them. And then I've got one other, I think, from them. See, I've got 4 left, plus the wild beta that randomly showed up again. But like, I've got these redneck apistos in beta tanks that I had. 2 of my beta tanks are just water at this point. There's nothing in them. So my next purchases of fish, besides the Congo puffer, are going to be Rudolph shrimp and candy cane tetras. For a specific reason. But no, I'm not out of the beta business. I still love beta fish. And I could literally send Lisa a text and be like, hey, Lisa. She might be watching. Hi, Lisa, if you're watching. I could be like, hey, do you have any betas that you need, rescues? So. That's the other thing. I don't really want to buy stuff right now because of the clash coming up. But also, I don't have money. Summer is almost over. I haven't gotten a paycheck since May. So I really want to try and breed these rednecks. Cichlids. The redneck apistos I have. I think I might have 3 males, though. I don't know. I can't. I'm terrible at sexing certain fish. So I might have to net them, put them in specimen containers, snap pictures, and like post on CCY and be like, hey, do you know if these are boys or girls? Yes. I shipped guppies to a couple people. I shipped beta fish to a couple people. And I shipped snails. I have these Vietnamese white clouds that I want to put in the fish fam auction thingy. but I'm thinking it's still too hot to go in the August one. So I might put some in the September one if Skipper still does one in September. I also might put some of Skull's Goodies in it. I don't know yet. Just to disperse them throughout the hobby a bit more, since my Lima tigers, I always want to say ligers, the Lima tigers he sent me are breeding like gangbusters downstairs. I sent him pictures because I finally cleaned that tank and redid some of the plants in it. And I was amazed by how many fish were down there. Because that's one tank. It's on the floor in the basement. I'm not down there all the time. So it's just done its thing. I haven't touched that tank in a year. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything in that tank in a year, except top it off. When I cleaned that sponge filter, literally the stuff that came out of it was black. But the fish are breeding. They're loving it. So I don't feel the need to go down there and mess with it, you know? No, sir. I'm not shipping you any snails because when I get my puffer fish, I'm going to need them. You can buy some snails from Lisa, which in around through the transient property are my snails anyway. So you can still have my snails. You just got to buy them from Lisa. Perfect. You bought some, Leo. See? Also, if you want to pay for the shipping, I will send you a handful of ramthorn snails. How about you put them in a different tank, Leo, and let them breed crazily for you too, and then you don't have to worry about it. Literally, just set up a 5-gallon tank, put some ram's horns in it, give them a freaking algae wafer every few days, and you'll have a full tank in no time. Literally, one of my 5 gallons on my desk is nothing but ram's horn snails. And that's literally all I did. Or do, I guess. It is just an algae wafer every now and then. Do the Rapache trick, Leo. Get yourself some of the what is it? The green machine, whatever. What is it called? Is this the right one? No, this is the Community Plus. It's on the floor. But you get is it Soylent Green or whatever the heck the green one is called? Mix some up. Stick some rocks in it. Pull the rocks out. Let it harden on the rock. Throw them in the tank. That's one of the suggestions that for Amazon puffers. That way they grind their teeth on it. Try that too. It's the community one. I thought it was the green one. Oh, I have the community one then. Hey, pupper. All right. Hey, folks, we've almost finished one scripting video thing. I'm trying something different. I'm trying bullet points, though. Trying bullet points. All right, Sketty, have a good one. I could have sworn I saw something that said use the herbivore one. Dan says mixed Rapache and oyster shells would rather not use snails. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. There's so many people that say use the snails, and like it's got to be a nice, decent hit of protein for them. I think, like anything, a versatile diet is good for anything. Patty, he was out just fine when I fed them. He just likes to make me think he's dead. But he's fine. He's perfectly fine. I swear he's playing. I think he likes to play with the filter. Because he didn't do this until I put the filter back in there. I'm wondering, it'd be expensive, but what about like little neck clams? Those are small and won't be too hard. I'm thinking like we used to go to the Jersey Shore. We like get these little itty bitty things the size of my freaking thumbnail. Nah, he's still gonna hide there. He ever since I plugged that filter back in after cleaning it, that is his spot. Where'd I get? I think this Dragonstone came from the co-op when Corey was selling it. I'm pretty sure that's where this stuff came from. Well, that's the thing. Got some sadistic puffers there, Leo. Let me check. Which Facebook did you send it to, Scotty? Was it my regular one, or was it the YouTube one? So I think I took a lot of people off the regular one just because I'm trying to transfer everything over to the other one. So if I did remove you, that's why. It had nothing to do with us not talking. YouTube is taking forever to load. Okay, Leo. Then stick the clam on a freaking tong and just wiggle it through the water, and they'll go at it. That's crazy. Is Blake's the one that reopened, or was that a different one that we have that's local? I'm sure I joined. I don't see any notifications, so my guess is I probably joined it. Someone in Wallingford, right? What was you got a question? What? Where? Huh? Ah, okay. Yeah, frick, I still haven't. I should probably venture out there now that it's bigger. Should shoot them a message, ask if they wouldn't mind a film. But I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do store tours anymore because I don't know. I don't think they do well, and I don't know how to do them well either. Leo, I think I'm older than you, but also I don't know what you're talking about. Is it because you don't have my real Facebook? Very few people have my real Facebook, and people that had my real Facebook, I've since removed on my real Facebook, and are only adding them on the YouTube Facebook. I want to try and keep both of them separate, just because I don't want coworkers finding me. Oh yes, that was a hoot, Patty, when we found my dead fish. Also, I'm concerned that they didn't pay for a Wi-Fi package for the venue thingy, because I asked Skipper and he wasn't sure. But I almost feel like that should be included. Like if you do the YouTube thing, you should be allowed to use the convention Wi-Fi, just because if we're streaming from the convention area, the hotel Wi-Fi does not reach the convention area. So if anyone wants to stream, unless they have a hotspot or something, they're kind of SOL. And I know I watched my footage back and it was pixelated at times because my phone didn't have the best service when I tried to stream from it. Leo, we're just never going to agree on anything. Squirtle's the best Gen 1 starter. AT&T is the best cellular service. Blue. That's the thing. You like red things. I clearly like blue things. We're just never getting along. That is very true, Patty. What were the chances that you talked about a sick fish and it happened to be mine, and I knew it was mine because I saw her earlier in the day? It's another reason I'm not going to enter fish this year. I can't remember what kind those were now. I think those are my gardener eyes, and that was my only female. Thus, I have had no more gardener eyes since then. Though I do have a pair I bought from a small aquatic, what's her name? Small World Aquatics, I think that's her name. At the CCY swap. So maybe where you are, but here AT&T is better than Verizon. AT&T would have really good coverage if they were allowed to buy T-Mobile like 5-6 years ago when they were inquiring about it. Charmander literally sucks. His tail gets wet and he dies. Come on. The only thing killing Squirtle is a lightning bolt. And then he can just hide in his shell, because my guess is his shell's not very conductive. Charmander kind of can't hide his tail. No. The West Coast sucks. It's going to be time for me to get some coffee here pretty soon. All right. Did I get everything in here I wanted to get in here? Okay, I've got to... The few fish people I know from the West Coast are great people. But I have no desire to ever visit the West Coast. Mainly because I feel like if I showed up in the state of California, I would burn to death. No, I literally live in one of the 13 original colonies, Leo. I'm on the East Coast. I'm literally 20 minutes away from the ocean. Well, I'm 20 minutes away from Long Island Sound, which kind of counts as the ocean. I could be to Long Island Sound in 20 minutes. I could be to the Atlantic Ocean in Rhode Island in about an hour. I could be to the Jersey Shore in 2 hours. Leo, did you fail geography? Did you not know where the state of Connecticut was? Come on now. No, my state roots for the Giants or the Patriots, whichever one's in the stupid Super Bowl. And then it's the same thing with baseball. He's fine, Pat. He's literally fine. He's making me look like a bad fish dad, though. If I put more food in, he'll come out. I don't know why he hangs in that corner. I think I have another cichlid cave downstairs. I'm definitely going to have to throw that in there once I'm taking that filter out. West coast of Florida. They are not the spawns of Satan. Oh, the yellow guy in the log? Yeah, that's his space. There's another one in the AT-AT in the back. That's why I like those logs, because they're small but big enough where they can get in and out of them comfortably. I think I have another one of those I might throw in that corner just because of that other one that hangs out in it. Look at this controller real quick. Switches the monitor. Okay. Take this out so that I can look at this silly little thing. Did I get the right side? Oh, I picked the right side. Let's go. I think it's either that yellow lab up top or it's the rusty. So those would be my two guesses. Can we see the card? Oh, the little cart that I got. Yeah, hang on. Let me pull the stream up on my phone, and I'll show you it here in a second. And then I'll get you the link for it too. I would hate California. It's too hot. That on. All right, enter. Mute the mic. All right. Let me go solo. So here it is, this little guy right here. It's on wheels. You don't have to use them though. But yeah, it's got 4 tiers. Like I said, it's super thin. So I got all my fish foods and chemicals and stuff on it. I put the router on it too. But yeah, this is it. Not super big. I put my Hydra Aquascape chills on it too. But yeah, I'll throw the link in the thing. Let me turn this light back off so you can see the fishes better. Oh, I have Fritz too. I use Fritz and API products. Amazon. It was a whopping $27. There are a couple different colors and tiers too, so you can get one that's only 3 shelves. I went with the 4 shelf just because I could fit more stuff on it. But it comes in white and that blue color as well. I'll put the linky majig right here for you. There you go, Nathan. It was super easy to put. There are like really thin aluminum rods for the things. It is cheap plastic and cheap aluminum, but for what I needed it for, it was working perfectly. And if you don't want to use the wheels and just have it like as a stationary thing, you probably could too. It would probably still slide, honestly. But yeah, there's 4 tiers and then 3-tier options. The 3 tiers look like they're about $19, and then the 4 tier was $27. So for me, it worked out perfect. All right, I need to go refill my coffee and refill my other things. I'm actually going to do this. Well, boom. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get more coffee and then I go to the bathroom. I'm just letting you know that it's nice for someone that has a small compact space. Hello, people. I'll be right back. Copper, you stay here. Bye. Bye, Deborah. Oh, we got coffee. Hmm. Trying to figure out where I put something. Hmm. Don't know where I put a cable. Trying to figure out if you want a dragon puffer or hairy puffer. Well, dragon puffer sounds cooler. If that helps at all. Where the flip did I put this cable? Floor. Is it up here? Yep. Oh, wait. I found it. I have found the cable. Please hold while I plug in the cable. Now, I'm going to warn you. The camera will most likely cut out. So don't freak out if I lose camera really quick. It'll come right back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I just have to disconnect something and reconnect it very quickly, so hang on. Okay. Phase 1 is complete. Beginning phase 2. And phase 2 is complete. Hello, collaboration. What's going on? All right. I need to do this and do this. Oh, are you not happy? Hang on, y'all. Properties. Activate. Huh. It's not liking that I disconnected it. But it should be working. Very interesting. I say y'all all the time. No, I never bought a 75 gallon. No. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And then this. That didn't work. Hang on, let me close out my thing completely. And if you restart it, maybe that'll fix it. Hang on, y'all. Hold, please. Okay, close OBS. I don't have space for a 75 gallon, Leo. Oh no, are you not feeling well? I'm sorry. Ah, it is working. Now I need to go back in and configure the video. Do. Zoom in. Okay. I'm still here. No. What is why? Oh, I hit the recording button instead of start camera. Haha. There we go. Now y'all can see him a little better. You had pneumonia. Oh, that does suck. I'm so sorry. There we go. Now y'all can admire them a little better. No, Leo, no, I can't put them anywhere. No, sorry. That is very true. There are a lot of rednecks up and down the East Coast. Yeah, but I've been doing that for 20 some odd tanks now, Leo. My luck has run out. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah. That would be the mother unit. So that's a no-go. No, I did honestly think about moving my bed. If I move it over to the left a bit, I think there would actually be enough room to squeeze a couple tanks on the other side. The only problem I run into then is I don't know what I'd be over. If I'm over the garage, there's not much support. I've reconfigured this room so many times. The other option is to stick my bed in the closet. And then I'd have a whole nother wall to do with what I want. But as it is, I want to maybe move. I don't know. It's a 12 by 11 space, and the only option would be to move the bed. Like, I could potentially put the bed directly behind where I stream from, but then I'd have to move a 40-gallon breeder, a 30-gallon tank, and the stand. Now, it might be easier to move, to like put another stand up, move the tank while the other stand is up. And it would give me enough where I could put 240s or a bigger thing. And then I could have the bottom for other stuff. Like, I've even thought about moving. I wanted to maybe put the 30 on my desk because there's already 30 gallons of water up top and it hasn't fallen in. And then I was going to move the 10s underneath the other 40, but build them up a little bit, but then I didn't do it. What are the dimensions of my room? 12 by 11. I've already got 3 fish tanks in the closet. There are options. The other option I thought about was get rid of the stand that I have the 140 on and get a husky rack. But then I run into the problem of too much water. And I would only use it for breeding projects, and I'd probably only do 10-gallon tanks. So I'd be limited on what I can breed, but I don't know. I have options. I'm also talking to my dad about letting me have a corner of the basement where I could put a husky rack or 2. So we're in the talks. We're in the throes of a talk. Yes. I know. But it's the whole fact that my one parental unit doesn't want any more fish tanks in the house. It's bad enough I'm going to be bringing home another one from the Clash. Options. Yes, I have tanks in the closet. Yep. I literally have. That's where this tank is. It's in my closet. It's on top of my dresser. And then I have a shelf above that that's got 5-gallon tanks, which I could put more 5s up there, but then we run the risk of that falling, and that's a whole fiasco itself. All right, I found the timer. Yes. I don't know. The closet's probably the inside of the closet, probably 7 foot wide, about 30 inches deep, and then 10-foot tall ceiling. I actually got the idea to put the dresser in my closet from my buddy who did that, just as a way to save space in the room. Yeah, that's what this whole thing is on. Here, let me. I'll zoom this out and you can see it. Maybe. Yeah, hang on. See? This is in the closet. All the gunk up top. Now, theoretically, the other problem is there's no electrical on that wall. So I have a heavy gauge extension cord from the other wall that goes under my rug, under my bed, into the closet, around the back of that dresser with a surge protector plugged into it. So if I was going to go that route, I jokingly said to my father, I need an outlet on that wall. That's the only wall in the room that doesn't have an outlet. So that's on a 15 amp along with the other two of my outlets are on 115 amp and one outlet's on another because he broke my power up that way. But yes, I have thought about a rack in the bedroom. It would require me breaking down the 40 I have though, which I despise anyway. I really wanted to have a 40 breeder. I hate it. Yeah, I haven't touched Scarlet and Violet in a while. I don't know. I don't think the Pokemon games can hold my attention anymore. I played Sword and Shield. I felt like that story was too quick. I liked Scarlet and Violet's way it was laid out. My only qualm with it was that it didn't scale. I think all the gyms and all the bases and everything should have scaled to your level instead of having set levels. That's just my personal opinion. Now, they could do what certain games did, where like if you went to like what would be the first gym last, if she only gets 2 Pokemon, you can only use 2 Pokemon. Kind of like how they did in the show where Ash was limited. Hey, Caleb was good. So I did the bases first. Yes, I'm trying, because this is Sunday's video. I'm trying to get most of it scripted out. So let me ask you, what is the most important thing to you guys when you're watching a review on a light? Do you like all the technical stuff, or you just like people talking about it? Okay. Hey, Aqua Garden, what's going on? Of course you did, Leo. Nothing, nothing, nothing. How it works and does it blow up? Uh-oh. I think so the only thing I gotta make sure to include is the thing. The size. That's what I've actually gotta. I've given myself several bullet points. Well, Leo, if you had a more balanced tank, you wouldn't have an algae problem. All right, so comparing to the other lights, it's a good one. I have a whole. One of the things I told them was I want to compare two of their 24-hour lights together, and like see which one's better. Huh? I've clearly missed something while I was looking at this manual. All I will suggest is there is the block option if you do not want people to talk to you or see you in chats. Well, shoot, I didn't know this thing came with a warranty. I guess warranties I should probably talk about in the video, right, too? So it comes with a free replacement for the first 3 months if something happens, a 1 month free return, and it's also got a year warranty. Now, I don't know what the year warranty covers, but I'm going to assume if it breaks within a year, they'll replace it or something. I don't know. What was I going to add? Oh, where did it go? I done lost my place. Oh, here it is. Oh, God, this is going to be longer than I thought it was. I guess I'm going to put it down here. Why is this not cooperating right now? Come on. YouTube's being weird. Oh, Sketty, I know you're not here anymore, but your comment finally showed up. YouTube's being weird again. Okay. 22:30 is 10:30, right? Yes. Oh, all right, let me mention the warranty somewhere. I talked about that down here. Let's do down here. So Jimmy, when is your normal stream now? Do you have a set time you go, or is it when you is it random? So I thought I saw you the other day going live, and I meant to show up, but then I passed out. All right, did I talk about everything I want to talk about for this video? Let me run through this manual one more time, make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, I was right, Nano. I just looked remember how I said it was probably a couple inches under 30? So the actual size for the 30 to 36 inch light is 28 inches. Tuesday night at 10 and Thursdays at 5. Okay. The Thursdays at 5. The Thursday one might be the one I could actually show up to. But 5 is pushing it with dinner. Sometimes we're eating. Tuesday night, maybe. But that is good to know. Okay. Yeah, like I said, as long as I don't have notifications on for YouTube on anything. Not on my phone. The only thing I have notifications on for is YouTube Studios. So like when people comment on videos, I get notifications for that. I don't have notifications on for anybody. I have the bell dong, but I always turn them off because my phone wasn't going off constant with everyone streaming all the time. So unless I'm actively checking Discord, I don't see who's live. So knowing the times is good. And it just happens that I woke up at 9:30 last night, so it was perfect timing that I was able to catch it. Also, I think you and Skulls is perfect. Yeah, that was good. It's important to know I hate define the actual size stuff. Also, please show whatever brackets are. Yeah. So the brackets are the typical metal things that just slide in and out. So the actual light is 28 inches. The brackets make it a 30 to 36 inch light. So I think when I measured my 240s, they were both 38 inches long. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I remember they were just over 30. So this light should theoretically fit perfectly on top of them. Let me check real quick here. All right. So so on the 40 breeder, it looks like I got like 3 inches on both sides without the brackets extended. So it's a little shorter than the light that came with it. Now I'm wondering if on the top fin it fits better. Let me check that one real quick. So yeah, on the top fin, it only has about an inch. So the top fin 40s, which is technically a 39, I've only got an inch without the brackets extended. So that one's probably exactly a 30 inch across. I think the 40 breeders are 36 across. So this one I want to put, I think, on the 40 breeder. I want to move the smaller version I have downstairs onto the 30 gallon I have up here, but it might be too small. So basically I'm shifting a lot of lights around, and then they're going to be sending me another 24-hour light that's more complicated. I think I'll put that one on the other 40 so that I can plant it, because I think my problem in that tank is the light. The top fin light just isn't strong enough for more of the smaller plants. So that's the plan. We're going to shift a lot of lights around. The light on this current 40 is going to go on the other 40 that has the Mbunas on it that you're looking at now. Because right now that's only got a tiny little Stingray light that's only like 12 inches, I think. So yeah, lots of shifting going on. And of course, if anyone from Higer's watching, thank you all again. Because none of this is possible without you. All right. One more check. Yeah, I don't know why they don't just put the actual specification on the listings on Amazon. I found it was hard to see that too. Hiccups. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Do you guys care about the wattage at all for lights? Who is messaging me? No. Why do they write it that way? Just give me the full size of the freaking cord, please. Wow, the cord is 7 feet long with both pieces. That seems wrong. But it says 4.9 feet plus 2.3 feet. So I'm assuming the small piece that hooks in the adapter is 2.9. Yes, Leo. Hey, Leo, that you can do. You could be the puffer man on YouTube's. Because the more and more I'm looking, I'm thinking I either need to be the beta guy or the tetra guy. All right. I'm trying to fit as much info in as I can. The average length of light reviews is around 9 minutes. Most of my videos that get the most views are under 4. So I'm going to shoot for probably somewhere in the middle. I also don't want to bore people. It's so hard doing reviews. Okay. Okay, I got all that stuff out of the way. So this particular light turns itself on. So like if I have it downstairs, so I set it, it turns on at 6 o'clock every morning and turns off at 10:30 at night every night. And I like it because it ramps itself up and down. It doesn't just turn on to 100%. It slowly goes up to 100% by noon, and then it slowly starts coming back down and kind of tries to follow what a natural sunlight is. So it doesn't technically need to be hooked up to a timer. It's all built in. It's not like one of those where it's got like just a 3, 6, and 8 hour option. So this one is all built in from its little stupid remote controller thing. Now, technically, yes, you could probably plug it into a Wi-Fi controller if you wanted to, but I don't know how it would work, honestly. But they do have other options that are just turn on and off. So if the power goes off, it'll turn back on, but it'll stay at whatever time it turned off at. So if the power comes off at 1 o'clock, say, so it's 1 p.m., power goes out, and then at 3 o'clock, the power comes back on, the light will still think it's 1 o'clock. So then you'd have to go down and push the button to get it back at the right time. So if you, it also does have an option to just go on and off. So if you wanted to use it without the built-in feature, they have other lights I would suggest you get. Like they have some that just have an on-off option or turn on, like will come on for 3 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours. I think it's 6, 8, and 12 or something like that. So they do have other options. I haven't done a review on those just because it's just kind of like a standard light. But I'll probably include them when I do like a whole review of most of their stuff once I have other ones. But yes, if the power goes out, you do have to redo things, unfortunately. But it's a simple press of a button. Har map. But I will say I can live with that. I would just say, yeah. So, I mean, if you get like power outages all the time, may not be the best option. The only reason I like it is I don't have to fiddle around with a separate timer. I can just plug it into an outlet, and it's got the built-in timer straight from its controller with its like memory function. They have another option that's not as good for that, and I prefer this one easier. It's much easier. Hey Doc, what's going on? So like if it flickers on and off, I've noted like we'll have brownout. So like the lights will come off and turn back on, but it happens like in a second. I haven't noticed it affecting the light at all. So it might just be losing like 30 seconds here and there, but it doesn't completely derail the timer. The biggest size light without the brackets goes up to 46 inches. The one below that is 34 inches without the brackets. Just so you're aware. If you want to use a timer, they have other ones that I also use that just have like that are just like a dumber down version of it. Let me pull it up and show you it. But this is their 24-hour one that's got like it does the whole moon cycle. It does the whole cycle where it ramps up and down. But let me pull up the other one here and see. Do. Do they not sell the other one anymore? Or is it on the other site? Is it this one? Nope, it's not this one. Are these the same thing? Because I have the cheaper versions on my 210s for my thingy-mabobber's pet nana. I told them they just need to rename the Pet Nanny site to Higer Store or something. Because I guess people were scared to use it because they didn't know if it was legit. Ah, okay. That makes more sense now. Here it is. So, if you're worried about that, I would suggest this one. I'll do this. I'll share this one for you here. which again, I haven't done a review on these for some reason. Don't ask me why. I just never got around to it. So this is the, I would say this one is just has, I don't know if you can see it, but it has a, I think it's 3, 8, and 12, but it's also got an on off option. So this one is a more simplified version without a 24-hour. So it could just literally be on or off. So if you wanted to just put it on and hook this up to a Wi-Fi timer, you definitely could. This is the one that Silver Creek won, actually. Now, did they actually put... I don't know if they put these... Oh, they didn't. So they have the light things on here. Maybe? No. I don't know. But yeah, this is the one I would suggest. Is it's a cheaper down version. I'm going to guess these might be the same sizes. Let me check. Okay, so yeah. My guess would be they're the same. The lights are the same size. Yes. So, again, the biggest option would be this one, which would give you a 46-inch light itself. But yeah, I'll throw that. If you want to look at these, I'll give you the link. I've been using these on my smaller tanks, and they do a decent job. My mosses are going cray. So if you want to look at these, I'll put this in the thing for you. Like I said, I haven't done a review on them just because I never got around to it. But I like mine. This is the simpler version, so it's just got a simple turn on and off thing. This one just, I don't think this one has the green. This one just has white, red, and blue. It doesn't have the like the yellows and stuff in it. But it seems to do good on certain plants. So I hope that shared the whole time. I didn't even notice. I will say... So yeah, they can be put on a separate timer, yes. I had them on a separate timer until I realized they had a built-in timer option. Because at first I didn't realize they did, and then I just used the built-in things. But yeah, you could use them with that. And if for some strange reason it didn't work, there's always you can just return it. Because they come with the free return anyway, so. But yeah, they should work fine with the timer. Like I said, I had mine on it for a while and it was fine. Wasn't a Wi-Fi timer. I had one of the, because I have a power strip where it's half is on the old school dial timer and the other half is just live all the time. So I had it hooked up to that and it worked fine. I didn't test it on a Wi-Fi timer, but I could throw it in one and see if it works fine. If I can get to, do I have them easily available? I'm trying to think now. Yep, no problem. Yeah, that would be my suggestion for a easier option that doesn't have the built-in 24 if you're worried about it. It might have been me, Matt, because I remember I reached out to you and I was like, because I mentioned it and I think you DM'd me on Discord saying, watch out for that. It might be a scam or something. And then I think I contacted Lisa and somebody else. It might have been Michigan Tropicals. And I was like, hey, have you heard of this site before? And they're like, yeah, that's legit. But I was talking to one of their marketing people and I was like, I noticed you guys aren't pushing Pet Nanny as much. What happened? Apparently, people were scared to buy from Pet Nanny's website because they thought it was a scam. So I flat out told their marketing person, I think she might be the VP or something. I was like, you need to rebrand Pet Nanny to just say HigerStore.com or something related to Higer. Because people are scared to buy from the site. And she's like, yeah, you're right. Did they do anything? No. But yeah, we did have a conversation about it because I was weary about it too at first. But they've been good. Though now when they send stuff, it's mostly only from their Amazon, which I guess is okay. But at the same time, I have the affiliate thing with Pet Nanny, and you get a discount code with Pet Nanny. I don't know that they're restocking it, though, because some of the stuff just seems to be perpetually out of stock. But they still run their monthly sales and stuff on it, so I don't know. Like, I don't know why they don't have it linked to the actual Higer website. Or why it doesn't have the Higer logo. Oh, sorry, Doc. I didn't even realize that it was a day you go. If I'd said, yeah, if someone told me you were alive, I would have gotten off. I'm sorry. What do you want? Okay. Yeah, I think you need to get that back fixed. That should be your top priority to help with streaming. Like, they have the Higer website. It's Higer Aquariums. I don't know why they just don't buy or make Higer Store. Ah, okay. See, it's so confusing because they have a website called HigerStore.com, but they don't push it. And they keep wanting everyone to use it. Because I asked them, they're like, no, we're pushing Amazon more now. And I'm like, oh, but I still have the Pet Nanny thing. So I kind of, once I get back into working with them more, I want to talk to them and be like, hey, can y'all give me like an Amazon discount code instead? I didn't even check. Does my code work? Can you put in Amazon codes? I don't even check. Go 40 from now. Okay. Well, I'm sorry your back is still hurting you. That's no fun. You get home, what, next week? Is it next week you get home, right? The 16th? God, did I remember that? No. Okay, the promotional code doesn't work on Amazon, which sucks because that's the whole point. Yeah, it would be nice if they still use their own, but I don't know. I have an Amazon affiliate influencer thing now too. I'm gonna try and find any way I can make a little extra cash off doing this because this has to be my last year as a substitute. I don't think I could keep working for what I make. I wish a freaking college would freaking reach out to me already and let me teach political science or history or criminal justice here pretty soon. I'm hoping maybe that'll be the clincher. Like once I have that criminal justice one, maybe I'll be able to get my foot in the door somewhere. I don't know. Or like once I get a master's in education, maybe I could just go freaking teach education classes. So when they first came out with it, you had to have like X amount of orders in 90 days or something. They have since revamped the whole program. Now it's called the influencer program instead, along with the affiliate program, but they're two in the same. So like I have a quote unquote store page, but it's just for me to do reviews on and make lists of things I've bought and use. And they don't require you to make X amount of sales in certain days anymore either. Because I honestly probably tell you no one has probably used any of my affiliate links ever. Because I've never gotten a check from Amazon. So, but they're there. Because they killed my first one too, even though I knew I had people that told me they used my link. So I was like, why did you like run it out? Like, I don't get it. All right, I think the light thing is done, boys. I think we have finished it. I honestly think it's donezo. Oh, I literally forgot that I didn't put the price point in. Not done yet. Oh my god. Higer. I spelled Higer wrong. Doot do 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 do. Ba ba da ba dee ba boo. Okay. Oh my goodness, Jimmy, you're still here? Oof. All right, I got the price point in. So I've got the dimensions. I've got the amount of LEDs. I've got the size of the cord. I've got the price point. I got the whole cycle spiel. On off times, the brackets. I got the controller, the warranties. That's what I was going to look up. My brain is not working so well because of the whole lack of sleep. Oh my god. Holy shit. Sorry, I was looking at the price of other LED lights to compare this one to, and oh my god. And I'm saying oh my god because my guess is it's the exact same light with a different label slapped on it. That is disgusting. Wow. Wowie, wowie, wow. What are some other aquarium lights that I could compare this to? Since I don't know much about lights. Like, what are some of the popular versions? I feel like somebody mentioned some brand. What? Oh God, what was the brand Paul said he used? Wasn't Phoenix? I can't remember what he said he has. Shoot. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever heard of that middle one, Jenna. Thank you. Hmm. All right. Yeah, I've got a couple of the Stingrays. Not the best, not the biggest fan of them though. But it wasn't a Stingray. It wasn't a Fluval. I'm trying to remember what the frick one Paul said he used was. I don't think it was a Finex or the other one. I can't remember. I'll have to ask him next time I talk to him. Maybe it was a blue light one, or not blue light. Oh, it was the Aqua Sky, which is Fluval, right? Aqua Sky is a Fluval brand, right? Yes. Am I going crazy? I think he said it was Aqua Sky. Okay. Which is made by Fluval. Okay, good. My brain decided to work for a moment. Because I remember he said it was Bluetooth, and I'm pretty sure Aqua Sky is Bluetooth, right? I'd not used one, but I'm looking at it at PetSmart and it says Bluetooth, so I'm a guess I got it right. All right, so similar little. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it's. Hey, Fox Fishing Mar, what's going on? Hey, I mean to ask you. So that was hornwort you gave me at the slop, right? I noticed in one of the tanks, it like shedded all its petals. Is that just normal for it, or is it dead? Because I haven't had it in a long time, and I don't remember doing that. That is true, Jimmy. And I can honestly say that the one I'm reviewing now, I have been using for a year, and it still works and has no problems. The other ones I have, I've been using for longer than a year. Like Leo said, he had an issue. He had one and only lasted like 6 months and was dead. And I was like, did you reach out to him? But all the ones I have been fine. I think I've had these stingrays about 2.5 years, and they're still fine. I don't know. The plants don't seem to like them as much. Don't know. I'm almost wondering, like, most of these lights are probably made in China. They're probably made in the same freaking factory, and they just, like most things, slap the lights on them. So that's the weird thing. I have it on the tank with this light that I'm reviewing that grows the crypts, but then I see this thing I don't get. So I've got it in one tank that has low light, and it's growing great still. I've got it in another tank that's probably low to medium-ish light, and it's going good. But then the light that is brighter and slightly better is the tank it didn't do well. So I'm wondering maybe it's a temp thing, if it's a nutrients thing, or what it is. Hello, Zen. How are you? It might be nutrients, because that's it. The one that didn't do well and is like the newest of the tanks. Like it's loving my the Lima Tiger tank. Yeah, one of my tanks downstairs, I've got a grow light. I actually, when I was holding some of the plants before I got the stuff to set the new tank up, or redo the tank rather, I put my grow light on it that I use for my veggies, just so it had some extra oomph. And it did good. Sure, Jimmy, blame the kitty cat. I'm just teasing. All right. Oof, God. Whew. Sorry, I'm still blown away by the price of this other one I looked at. Do you guys get a hobbyist table thingy at the class this year? If not, I'm sure you could just bring some in buckets and people would throw the money at you. All right, I think we've officially, it only took me 3.5 hours, but I think we officially scripted this whole thing. Now, the next hurdle is to set the camera up, record it, then go get the various other shots. Oh, God. You know, it's very deceiving when it gets down into the 60s at night and then it's back up in the 80s during the day. Good Lord, it's 81. No, I'm getting warm. I had to go turn the fan up. It was friggin' 62 degrees this morning, and now it's up into the 80s again. Not allowed to what? Just bring some? I'm sure you no, I don't think anyone would object to you bringing stuff. Besides, you're paying for a hotel room. They're not going to say anything. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure if you posted like on the CCY page or even just somewhere and be like, hey, if anyone's interested, we're going to bring a bucket of such and such, I'm sure people would want some. Because we had people bring fish and wood and stuff last year, and no one said anything. And like, if you see all us crazy YouTube people hanging out in the front, and you're like, hey, I got such and such in a bucket if anyone wants some, I'm sure you would get some. Sorry, I had some. You get somebody would want some. Do I have this on high? I do. Oh, it's already on high and I'm warm. I hate it. I hate the summer. It's too friggin' hot and humid out. I'm gonna move to Antarctica. Oh. Okay, this one is officially donezo. Let me print it out. I'm also getting mildly hungry, so I'll probably have to stop here at some point and get food. Since coffee doesn't constitute as food, I've been told that before. Yeah, I should probably actually try and make it to a speaker this year. I don't think I've ever gone to it. No, that's a lie. I caught part of Lucas's talk at the first class I went to. I think I got there like a third of the way through it. I didn't go to any last year. I didn't go to anything at the Triple Crown. I went to John's talk at Aquashella, Chicago. Didn't go to any talks last year. I might try to go to Jen Williams' talk this year, though. I think I already hit print, but just in case, I'm going to close that. All right. Next spreadsheet. What's the next one I wanted to do stuff for? Was this the one that I was going to switch, though? No. I'm wondering if I should swap these two. But this... Problem is, some of these videos are super easy. I can just sit down and ramble, but other ones require actual, thought and intelligent wording. This one is easy. This one I probably don't even need a script for. This one I could probably just fully bullet point and be fine. Oh yeah, Andres is the dude that we hung out with in the hospitality suite last year, right? It's so weird seeing Dan's name and not having it say Dan's Fish, and Jason's name and not having it say Primetime. So weird. Because like that's what we know them all by. I think I want to say at one point we hung out with him in the hospitality suite last year. I think it was me, Skipper, the dude who goes to the Norfolk Aquarium Society, who was a judge in the Aquascape, whose name I don't remember, but he was a nice guy. I don't know if Rico was there. Ed was probably there. Patty might have been there. Patty, are you still here? Maria might have been there, but I'm pretty sure that's him. See, I don't know any of those people aside from Kelly. Like, I'm so bad. I don't know any of the people in this hobby. I know our little corner of YouTube, and then outside of that, I don't know any of these people. I know some of the people because I've heard their names brought up in conversation, but for the most part, I don't know any of the crazy like speakers and super knowledgeable peeps. Oh, coffee tastes good. Haven't had it in a while. I haven't had coffee in a month. I've been drinking nothing but tea. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything crazy for this one. Did I already ask? So I'm just trying to figure out if I need to fully script this one or if I can go off the cuff with it. Sean pops in and out of everything. Everything, I'm in every chat. Do White Clouds actually have that nickname? Ah. Interesting. I didn't know the White Clouds had a nickname. Very interesting. feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm getting delusional because I've been up for over 12 hours. Which isn't conducive for streaming. Listen. Oh, shoot, how did I start the other one? Ugh. See, no, I went right into it. All right. We've been going for 4 hours basically. I'm getting a little hungry. I'm out of coffee again. So I'm going to go make myself some cream of wheat, get some more coffee. We got 2 videos done. This second one was way quicker than the first one. I figured it would be because it's a much simpler concept. So we got 2 scripts done. I'll probably end up filming them tomorrow. I'm too tired to do it today. The light one's going to take longer, though, which is going to suck because I have to film so many different things for it. But it'll work out in the end, I hope. But thanks to everybody that was in and out, hanging out. It was fun. Ed and I'll be live again on Friday. Anyone that was lurking or hanging out and watching this on the replay, just remember, we got the Hikari food giveaway. You can check out the information for that on the community tab. Same thing with the Boost Plant one. Then we got Wet Plants and Wet Spot that decided to throw in for some giveaway. So we got a $100 gift card from both of them, which you just got to be in the chat next Friday or this Friday for. And yeah, I'll see you Friday with Ed. Thank you for hanging out. Maybe I'll be in streams today or tonight. I don't know yet. I do technically have schoolwork I'm supposed to still be doing. But I shall see you all on Friday. If you don't see me before then, have a good rest of your day. And thank you all again for hanging out. And peace out.